These games are the stuff of nightmares. Welcome to my top 20 horror video games, part 2. Check out these trailers to see what you can make of them, so don't miss out. Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. I'm Carshénah with versefilmsproductions, and you made it back, so let's go ahead and get started. Fobia, St. Dinfna Hotel, out now on all consoles. Chasing a potential lead, amateur journalist Roberto Lopez travels to the St. Dinfna Hotel, hoping to find his big break. His investigative skills will be needed not only to uncover the truth, but to survive when reality is turned upside down with his discovery of a camera that reveals different timelines, a fanatical cult, human experiments, and apparitions roaming the halls. Solve puzzles, and scavenge for anything to stop their hunt as the past, present, and future collide. Dying Light 2, Stay Human. Over 20 years ago in Heron, we fought the virus and lost. Now we're losing again. The city, one of the last large human settlements, is torn by conflict. Civilization has fallen back into the Dark Ages, and yet we still have hope. In the game, you are a wanderer with the power to change the fate of the city. Haunted by memories you cannot decipher, you set out to learn the truth and find yourself in a combat zone. Hone your skills, defeat your enemies, and make allies. You'll need both your fists and your wits. Unravel the dark secrets behind the wielders of power, choose sides, and decide your destiny. But whatever and wherever your actions take you, there's one thing you can never forget: stay human. Slitterhead. First look at Bokeh Game Studios' new game, Slitterhead, from the creator of Silent Hill. This game goes back to the creator's roots after leaving the Silent Hill project to make his own studio in Japan. Interesting note about the game's title, Yakushi or Yaguze, is actually a name of a rare monster from Chinese folklore, which has a human body and a dog's head. It feeds on human corpses. Precisely, it eats brains of dead people. This might be important considering that the game's events seem to take place somewhere in Hong Kong. The enemy design is absolutely terrifying, and I just love the mysterious and claustrophobic setting of Kowloon Walled City, an extremely densely populated and crime-riddled complex that existed in Hong Kong till the mid-90s. The Texas Chainsaw Massacre. The Texas Chainsaw Massacre is a game based on true events by Gun Interactive and Sumo Digital. Tobe Hooper's horror classic, Texas Chainsaw Massacre, is becoming an asymmetrical multiplayer game. The trailer gives us a look at the many characters you'll be able to play, including Leatherface himself. We've got Kane Hodder mocapping Leatherface. We've got the hitchhiker himself, Edwin Neal, back in his role, who may be doing the mocap, but for sure is voicing the character. And Damien Maffei, who is mocapping Drayton and voicing him. Super loyal to the original with all the Easter eggs and references. And we get Grandpa Sawyer. The game is expected to be released in 2023. Ill. Project Ill is a body horror video game developed by the independent studio Clout Games. Its atmosphere, physics, and level of gore look absolutely amazing.
You there, Mike? I made my way in. Found some sort of administrative room. It's a total mess here.
Shit. They were really rushing out of there, weren't they? All right. Head to the dome. It might be your only way down.
But could this be real? Can a small team achieve something that looks as incredible as it is? None of the gameplay has been actual gameplay. It's all animation from the first trailer. But Ill debuted this brand new gameplay trailer at the Future Games show in 2022. It's a first-person horror game in development on Unreal Engine 5.
Wait, help! Hello? Oh, I'm so sorry. No,
We're looking forward to it. Dead Space, the remake. Dead Space will be returning as a remake completely rebuilt from the ground up. The game is being developed exclusively for next-generation consoles and PC, raising the level of horror and immersion to unprecedented heights for the franchise through stunning visuals, audio, and controls powered by the Frostbite game engine. Dead Space Remake is being developed by Motive Studios and published by Electronic Arts. Isaac Clarke is an everyman engineer on a mission to repair a vast, sprawling starship, the USG Ishimura, only to discover something has gone horribly wrong. The ship's crew has been slaughtered and infected by some alien scourge, and Isaac's beloved partner Nicole is lost somewhere on board. Now, Isaac is alone with only his tools and engineering skills as he attempts to uncover the nightmarish mystery of what happened aboard the Ishimura. Trapped with hostile creatures called necromorphs, Isaac faces a battle for survival not only against the escalating terrors of the ship, but his own crumbling sanity. So grab your plasma cutter. If this is what Frost Engine can do, well done, EA. Scorn. Take a tour of the nightmarish world of Scorn in this gameplay, featuring the voice of none other, Doug Bradley from Hellraiser.
I'm your host, Doug Bradley, and I invite you to join me as we explore Scorn's mesmerizing labyrinth of odd forms and somber tapestries.
Get a fresh look at the horrifying labyrinth that awaits you in Scorn when it releases on October 21st, 2022. Awoken in a desolate hellscape, explore a once industrial civilization that now lay in ruin. Surrounded by nightmarish biomechanical contraptions,
Scorn has no dialogue, so most of the storytelling comes from the environment, discovering the ever-present symbiotic relationships and how things are connected equips you with the tools to progress. While there is shooting within the game, Scorn is not a shooter. Every encounter must be carefully considered. A wrong choice could be deadly.
Take a tour of the nightmarish world of Scorn in this gameplay. You'll search for unsettling answers to find a way forward.
Are you prepared to unravel your inner self within Scorn's world of horror?
The Outlast Trials.
Come on!
The Outlast Trials is an upcoming first-person psychological horror survival video game developed and published by Red Barrels. The game is a prequel to the first two games and features test subjects in a mysterious Cold War experiment. And if you know anything about Outlast 1 require batteries for progressing, Outlast 2 require batteries and bandages, Outlast the Trials, you are the battery. The whole appeal of Outlast is that you don't get to fight the enemies. The terror that comes with knowing that if you aren't fast or hidden enough, then you'll die is kind of what makes the game. I really don't know how they're going to replicate the feel of the first two games when you can fight back this time. There's an eye whenever the player gets chased, closed eye for when the player is being hunted, and no eye when there's no enemy hunting the player. We also see there is a hand and skull on the HUD, which shows you how many times you can revive. The Outlast Trials will be coming out very soon.
A productive member of society. Thank you for volunteering for the therapy. We are all going to get better together.
Resident Evil 4, the remake. The Resident Evil franchise is back yet again. As popular as the franchise is, the movies, the games, and even the new Netflix series currently out that debuted in July of 2022 this year, horror fans will enjoy this new remake as you cheat death and thrill in victory. Survival is just the beginning. You can tell that Capcom, the publisher, is confident about this. I'm really looking forward for the remake, but I'm still a little sad that we didn't get the Resident Evil Code Veronica remake, since it was the last of the original zombie concept. The masterpiece of the Resident Evil saga, welcome back, Leon. It will be a great journey. Hype for the new engine, gameplay, and story. Survival horror reimagined for 2023. God of War, Ragnarök.
Time is running out. The prophecies say Fimbulwinter leads to Ragnarök. War is coming. My story doesn't end hiding in these woods. I should be out there, finding out who I am, who Loki is.
I will not allow you to pick a fight with gods.
I don't want to fight anyone. I just want answers.
And if those answers lead to war with Asgard?
Maybe that's what Mother wanted.
We do not know what Mother wanted.
Bringing Kratos into Norse mythology was such a genius move. God of War Ragnarök launches on November 9th, 2022. Join Kratos and Atreus on a mythic journey for answers before the prophesied battle that will end the world. All the while, the eyes of Asgard watch their every move. Taking place 3 years following the events of the previous game, Fimbulwinter, a great winter that spans 3 summers, is drawing to a close, which will begin the prophesied Ragnarök.
You seem like a calm and reasonable person. Are you a calm and reasonable person?
Kratos and his teenage son Atreus begins to traverse the 9 realms to seek out a means to prevent Ragnarök, while attempting to uncover answers behind Atreus' identity as Loki. Along the way, they will explore stunning mythical landscapes, gather allies from across the realms, and face fearsome enemies in the form of Norse gods and monsters. As the threat of Ragnarök grows ever closer, Kratos and Atreus find themselves choosing between the safety of their family and the safety of the realms. Their journey will lead them to the Norse god of war, Tyr, who was previously believed to be dead. Their conflict will lie with Thor, the Norse god of thunder, and ally turned enemy, Freya, who seeks revenge following the death of her son Baldur. The Leviathan Axe, Blades of Chaos, and Guardian Shield return.
When you are at your weakest,
In fear and doubt, are a burden too heavy to bear.
remember this. You are not alone.
Hope to see you back next week, and I hope to see you guys throughout the rest of the year. See you soon.